All right, some new figures are out here that show that 4 out of 10 student borrowers are hurting. I mean, seriously hurting. Maybe on the brink of defaulting on their loans. 40% of them. To Millennials, Christi, Kunzig, and Gianno, Caldwell. If taxpayers are on the hook, Gianno, are we?
Pardon?
Are we on the hook for that?
Well, it seems as though that could be the case eventually. I don't believe that that's the case now. I think what is kind of fueling this notion of people not paying their student loans is some of Bernie Sanders' rhetoric on student loans happens to be unfair.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. This took a look at those who are 60 days or more late. That's an interesting argument that they might be thinking if he became president, or even Hillary, the way she's sounding, they'll be forgiven.
Yeah, and Hillary Clinton, of course, will pander and say whatever she needs to attract those younger millennial voters.
Let's not get mean. All right. What do you make of this?
I have to agree. I think it's a lot of Bernie Sanders fans, and that's one of the reasons that he has so many young fans. Yeah. But I also think that, you know, we can't put all of the blame on that, obviously.
Well, that percentage has been roughly holding for a while now, even pre the Sanders phenomenon.
Right. I think
so you could argue that, hey, they're overwhelmed, they don't know what to do.
Well, I think it's that we're giving out way too many loans. There's no reason to give every single kid who wants to apply to college a loan, and I think it kind of goes into the fact that too many people are going to college.
Did you take out loans?
I did take out loans, but I'm paying them all back.
Yeah.
So what makes you any better than these guys?
That I'm actually paying them.
Let me write that down. You pay your loans back. All right. But, you know, we live in a world right now where a lot of people are under duress. People are behind on their mortgages. They want mortgage relief.
Absolutely.
People who want help with college, they want college relief. And on we go. So maybe this is something that's a holdover from the meltdown, right? And if you wait, something will happen.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree with that. I know that there's a number of individuals that went to college, graduated, got graduate degrees because the recession was so bad, so they wanted to continue on so they can get these well-paying or decent-paying jobs. I have a friend in Chicago who has a master's degree that's been looking for a decent-paying job for the longest. He couldn't find one. He couldn't ascertain one, so he started working at a store called Family Dollar.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Barack Obama. He didn't. Kidding. That's a very tacky joke. But in other words, this expectation thing sets in. And by the way, on the right and the left, doesn't it? I mean, we live in an entitled society. Even our markets, if you notice, they're jazzed every time it looks like either the Federal Reserve or the government will step in to help them. It's in our DNA now.
Right. No, it definitely is. I think a lot of kids that take out these loans don't really understand what it is that they're signing up for. I know some people...
They can't be this stupid. When you sign a document for a loan, come on.
I don't think they really understand how huge it is and how much it's going to affect them. And I don't
the
think
cumulative nature of it.
Right, the cumulative nature and the interest that we wind up having. The interest percent is just it's a crazy rate.
Yeah.
Did you take out loans?
Yes, I did.
Did you pay them back?
I'm still paying them back.
Still paying them back? There might be a reason to hold off for a while.
If Bernie Sanders become president, perhaps there'll be no one paying loans. Who knows? Who knows?
But bottom line, what do you make of the traction he's getting with these 6 out of 7 primaries?
I think that Bernie Sanders' message definitely resonates to that millennial group, and a part of the reason is he's speaking about student loans. Student loans is an important factor for many, and considering the fact that we have not had much success with post-recession outside of the low-wage jobs that the president has given us and his policies have enabled. People want more, and Bernie Sanders is speaking to that.
I definitely agree. I think that he's really pandering to what millennials are looking for.
We're
all faced with student loans. It's a big problem.
Your generation is just very confused. You're very confused. I don't know.
Free. McDonald's, Burger King.
As if my boomer generation was any wiser. Guys, thank you both very much.